Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins,
I'm Paul Hankins.
I'm Trevor Hankins.
And I'm Julia Canon.
and you're on the air with Power Squared. This is our April 2024 team meeting. We're down a person. Jen Moreno is preoccupied with a doctor's appointment or something.
Yeah, I think her message said she had an appointment set, but then it got pushed to today, so.
Okay, well, we'll have to carry on without her. Uh,
It's okay.
no, it's not. Anyway, so, uh, where are we?
I
Julia?
just. Yes,
All the pressure on you. Where are we?
yeah. So I believe in the beginning of the month, I turned in some of, like, the last 4 pages from last month. You told me to do some edits on those, and I believe I put them in the Dropbox already.
Okay.
And then we also did a bit of some editing with, like, the script before I started working on layouts. So with
Yes.
those layouts, let's see, I already did pages 1 through 4, so those are in, and I just put in the other layouts for 5 through 8, so they should be in the Dropbox and sketches.
Okay. So how's it going?
Not much. How about you guys?
Yeah, but I mean, did you? Some of the changes were like backgrounds and things like that. Was it?
Yeah, so I changed. It's more of I changed some of the backgrounds because you said some stuff for, like, especially with the truck, it was a bit bigger than how the whole background really is. So I ended up just, like, changing making the truck a bit smaller just for
Right.
it to be, like, a bit more atomically correct with
Was
the
it helpful to
highway.
actually write on the pages? What was?
Yeah, yeah, it was a bit hard to see with, like, because it was like bright red and then a white, but, like, that's like a small thing. It didn't really matter to me. But other than that, it was more of like it was good to see where the notes were.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was fine.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, well, we'll look forward to seeing what you put up, and that's for issue
27
27, and which is Billy and
billion
Raven.
Raven.
Yeah.
Yes.
She never gets top billing. So it was Mocha and Raven. Now it's Billy and Raven. Anyway. All right. And Trevor, you're working on.
Uh, I finished the lettering for issue 24. I haven't started on number 25 yet.
Which is the issue you wrote.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get that going
Yeah.
soon. Okay.
Yeah.
My wrist started hurting again, so I do what I can.
Okay. Well, we want you to work through the pain. And
Oh dear.
I'm joking, of course.
I think that's, like, one thing, one way or another. Like, the older you get, like, wrist pain's gonna be inevitable. It's just trying to, like, figure out how to either go through it or just figure out how, like, ways to, like, prevent it is
Right.
Yeah.
not really the problem. It's just, like, it's an ongoing struggle. Like, I'm starting to go through it too, and I'm just like, dang it, why?
I have to do exercises or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I think one is like you push your, like, your hand back to stretch it out, and then do it the other way around or something.
Yeah.
Didn't Rohan do certain exercises?
And then the good old cracking of knuckles, but I can't do that.
Your knuckles don't crack, or
Or I don't know. I don't know how science. I don't know how the human body works.
okay. All right. What else? Oh, so we took a gamble on something this week. I had sent off some press releases to actually three outlets. One of which was about they're all about the second the fact that we're on Library Pass, Comics Plus, and First Comic News printed it. And one of the guys I sent it to was a guy named Ed Cato, who I had met at Comic Con. And he said, "Oh, that sounds like fun. I'm doing Ithacon, which is a really small comic book convention in Ithaca, New York. And if you have any flyers, be happy to pass them out." Of course, we had no flyer, and it's this weekend. We found out on, was it Tuesday? So we put something together and sent it off to them. So kind of put this together.
Oh, that looks so cool.
And thank you for saying that. And have no idea. He never responded if he got them or any of that kind of stuff. But hopefully, if you're going to IthacaCon, you're going to see the flyer, and it basically has it's an advertisement for the next 4 issues with a little blurb about what the comic book is about and a little QR that you can just hit, and it'll take you right to the campus store.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a expensive experiment. See if that works. But it ended up being printed up. He's in Auburn, New York, and so we had it printed up there and delivered to him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still pricey. But hopefully, we'll get one reader out of it, maybe.
Hey.
So there's it's supposedly 2,000 people attend, and we sent 200 flyers. So, which is
If you attract at least one person, it was successful.
Yeah, I just hope there's one person, that bothers to pick it up and look at it. So
I'm trying to be optimistic.
I'm trying to be optimistic too. I'm just also realistic. I don't, as I say, I wrote to him okay, we're sending you the flyers. Could you let us know if you got them? So, I'm imagining he's probably really busy. He's running IthaCon, so he's probably really busy with that. But hopefully, he actually got the. But you're kind of going.
Yeah. It's kind of weird with stuff like that. It's hard to tell whether you should go down the path of if it's quiet, it's bad, or if it's quiet, it's the news of no news is good news, and it's kind of hard to figure out which route to take.
And I don't know him that well.
Yeah.
To say, he's just really busy. So
that's the hope. That's the hopeful reasoning. Which hopefully that is the reasoning. Knowing I've never ran a booth for a convention before, but from what I've heard from my friends, because I have a couple of friends that do small booths in Artist Alley, they're yeah, it's stressful, and then they give me the look of help. I'm like, oh, you poor thing.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can do LA Comic-Con. We were on the waiting list for a booth at WonderCon, even though they had empty spaces. And then Comic-Con is good luck.
Yeah, WonderCon is where again? I'm sorry.
Anaheim.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing there were empty spaces because there were people who were approved and then for whatever reason they just never showed up.
Yeah.
Which is kind of rude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
We did 2 podcasts about it. Obviously, you're not listening to the podcast. Okay. Hurts.
Yay.
All right. So we have no idea where Jen is and doing stuff. So we'll just assume she's working. Is she caught up to you yet?
I think so. I'm not too sure. When I looked at the Dropbox, it seemed like it, but yeah.
So she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we need to get those 8 pages done so she can have something to do.
Yeah, I will say that when I was working on some of the pages last night, I there was for one of the scenes, there's a motorcycle, and I found 2 models that I'm gonna be using as a reference, but I just want to figure out which one you would want me to use. So
okay,
I'll show you a bit later.
All right.
Unless you want to do it now. You want to do it now?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
I guess I'll turn this overlay off.
Where's Clip Studio? Actually, I was not anticipating you to say yes. I'm sorry.
Well, you brought it up.
I know, but listen, whenever I ask a question, I'm assuming someone's gonna say no.
That's
Is
okay.
that pessimism or realism? No one knows.
That's true.
Okay, hold up. Let me just. Let me share my screen real quick.
This would be really great for the people listening to the podcast.
It's okay if Trash Taste can do it, so can we now.
Let's see what we got here. That does not look like a motorcycle.
Alright. I couldn't find Clip Studio, so I just opened up a random file on my desktop.
Okay.
That'll work. To do okay. Do downloads. So there was 2 different types of motorcycles that I saw, and so here's one. Just a bit of a discretion. I'm not gonna follow the color thing precisely. Obviously, there's, but just in terms of the reference. So here's, and then I figured this one, since it's taken place in America, so I also found this reference of a. Why does it always? Allocate camera.
So basically, you're showing us kind of two different. One's sort of a modern motorcycle. One's more of a
Yeah, because
easy rider kind of.
Yeah, because when I saw this, like when I saw like them, like the scene was like saying like they were being surrounded by them, I would figure like it was like kind of not really like Speed Racer, but like they concentrated more on speed. But I also know like when it comes to like biker gangs, sometimes it
Yeah.
leads more to the classics.
Yeah, I would imagine that the second one here would be more of the biker gang kind of.
Okay.
You know, like I know so much about biker gangs.
I don't know. You could. You could be.
Yeah, I used to lead the Hells Angels. No.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. I'm joking, of course.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of fubbed here because I think the way the assets worked is they put two different types. One is like it's on the wheels on an angle, but you get the idea though.
Yeah.
I was trying to find the one where it's not like mushed together, but it's all in Japanese and I can't do anything.
It looks like somebody is kind of, you know, they customize their bikes.
Yeah, so like but like in terms of like look, are we thinking more this one?
Yes.
Then so like they're more like cruisers more than I am speed.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could word it.
Yeah, and they all obviously all wouldn't be exactly the same either.
Yeah, so
somebody may have the other kind of motorbike.
Yeah. So maybe like would you say the leader then would go with the classics?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, then I think that's the one thing I was more concerned about because I'm thinking I might use both anyways. Just one variety too. It's like yeah. But I think in terms of like which one should I prioritize, so by the sound of your answer, it'd probably be this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
should
if you're listening, is it more of a customized motorcycle? I had a friend that was his brother was sort of in a gang, but he did customized motorcycles.
Yeah. Is that where the inspiration came from for writing it?
No, it was just. But I'm just saying that he kind of worked on those kind of motorcycles. Let's look at the second one here.
Okay, so right, so this one at least for the leader, but mostly this one, and maybe one or two of
the other ones. Yeah,
of this one.
Not everybody's gonna have, you know.
Yeah. Because I would assume, like, okay, slight spoilers. I would assume, like, without like how this group is like there would be some people who are cruisers and some who would probably have to speed up to like target people, quote unquote.
So that one looks a little kind of funky, actually.
Yeah, I think it's just more of like how they made the model. Like I went with what either like was like looked more doable and also just more like what you guys would want as well. So
right.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so that is not in the sketches, I guess.
No, not yet.
All right. So just
should I? Yeah, should I remove the bags on the motorcycle just for the sake of it, or
actually some of them would have bags.
Okay, so some like maybe one or two would have bags.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. Again.
Yeah. I feel like in the logistics standpoint, this would not survive the highway. But then again, I could be wrong.
Yeah, I guess we're not trying to go for 100% reality since it is a comic book.
Yeah, that's true. But this isn't just me thinking out loud. Not even the comic anymore. I'm just like. Would that survive the highway?
Yeah. I assume people have bags on the side of their vehicles, and you know, you have.
Gotta hold your groceries somehow.
You probably have food and maybe change of clothes. I don't know.
Yeah. I've always wondered that when it came to like storage on a motorcycle. I'm like, how does that? Oh well.
All right.
But yeah, for people who don't know, like sometimes when I work on stuff, I give them layouts of 3D models and stuff. So sometimes what helps is if I'm able to find like a model that's already there, it gives like a better idea of how something will look like. So.
And then you draw it yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's original art. We're not using AI or any of that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Oh gosh, Twitter's having a good field day with that too, and I'm just like concerned.
Oh.
Well,
but yeah, so main consensus for going with the good old American bike.
Yes.
Okay.
What you call a hog, I guess.
Oh yeah, they're called hogs. Okay.
All right.
Let's see.
All right, stop sharing. Yay. All right. Back
So
to-
How was everybody's week?
I guess this would be a time to at least hype it. Next month will be Transformers month on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's gonna be a little different.
Yeah, so you get a whole month off. No team meeting in May, I guess.
Yeah, the next time we're probably gonna meet up is for the book club for what was the book again?
Pompo the Cinephile.
Yeah, that one.
Which I'm sure you've read by now.
Did I buy it yet? Actually, that's a
Okay.
good question.
I was actually gonna ask.
Yeah, so we're gonna have Livio Raimondelli.
Yes. Marty Eisenberg, Bob Budiansky, and
John Barber.
Yeah, John Barber.
For his second, the first time he was on the show, it was like 2 hours long.
I don't think
Sounds like a good show.
Yeah, well, he was like, you could tell he was like, we're just like, we had no idea. He was a former editor at IDW, and he's now the editor in chief at a new comic book company. And
I'll ask him all about that.
yeah, and we actually, he met with us at Comic-Con, the professional room, and he was really nice to us and stuff. But we had him on because we had no idea if we'd ever be on the show again, so we just asked him every question we could think of. It was going on for like 2 hours. It was like, you could tell he was getting kind of tired. But no, so now we can just say all the background. You can look at that podcast. This is how long Anyway, all right, and so I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
Unless you got something new you want to.
It's not okay. It's not Power Grid related, but I kind of find it hilarious. If you guys want to hear it.
Sure.
So you know how we read the Apothecary Diaries recently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys heard on the news about how like the manga Arthur was like arrested for something.
No.
Okay, so when I was like reading into it, people were like really concerned. Like the author of Apothecary Diaries, he was arrested, and everyone was like starting to think like the worst of the worst.
Right.
But then the moment I read it, my reaction was, "Oh, thank goodness they were arrested for tax crimes." I'm just like, I know that like that kind of topic is something we don't dwell into, but I just find it hilarious, like, because like I feel like every other month an author or someone in like the creative space is arrested for like bad things, but then when you realize, oh, thank goodness it was tax evasion, thank God.
He's just a financial thief.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I'll take it. Oh, God.
Well,
Yeah, I just thought it was funny just because like we read the Apothecary Diaries, and, like so like, I
Yeah.
just thought it was like funny. It's like tax evasion, but like
Yeah.
yeah,
it's kind
At
of
least
like
it was that.
it's not harassment. Anyway.
it's not harassment. It's not like quote unquote bad. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, thank God.
Well, hopefully. That,
or it's a combination of wait, that's it.
Yeah.
well, yeah. It's arrested though.
Yeah, arrested. No, like oh for sure, arrested is arrested. But it's just like it's a good change of pace of like what we've been hearing in the news with other stuff. And it's like
Yeah.
okay, we'll allow. Well, the community allow. Not, I'm pretty sure they don't allow it, but like we'll allow it.
This is over in Japan. He was arrested.
Yes, I think so. Yeah. So yeah.
Huh.
I just found it funny. I was like, you know what? An author being arrested for tax evasion was not on my bingo card, but you know what? I'll take it.
That reminded me that they we talked about Kaiji last week.
Yeah. Which I'm sure she watched.
Yeah. The composer was arrested and was in jail for 10 years, and I was like, wait, it was just because of a bag of weed?
Yeah, they're strict over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very strict.
Very
over
strict.
there, but to I guess to an American, it's like that's it.
I think because I remember I was listening like to another podcast before, like it was like these three dudes who live in Japan. They're just looking like, yeah, like the police in Japan, like it's one of those things where if they arrest you, if they can't find something, like they will find something, whether if it's minuscule or bad.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks. And I'm just like, oof.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's one of those, it's like the ongoing joke of like how Japan is so safe. It's like if you're arrested, it's probably for something dumb or really really bad. There's no in between.
They do have organized crime over there. So
They do, but they do. I think in terms of like what people like aside from like the organized crime, like what people get arrested for, it's like it's either something like stupid dumb where it's like, yeah, it's dumb, but you don't deserve to go to jail, or really dangerous, like the dude who like set the anime studio on fire. So it's like there's no in between.
Yeah.
I think it's either like very minuscule or so bad you post it on 2chan because they can.
yeah.
So
And
I don't
on
know. I find that interesting. It's like
And on that note,
Right.
if you're watching this on YouTube later, if you like it, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a comment below
If you've been arrested in Japan.
oh
No.
no! You've been arrested. How are those 28 days? Common tax evasion if you made it this far.
Yeah. All right, so until next time, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
I'm Trevor Hankins.
And I'm Julia Canon.
And you've been on the air with Power Squared.
Bye.